Hey, how's it going? Bryant here. Today is April 28th, 2022. I think it's like close to midnight or whatever. So the point is today is Thursday, or I'm making this for Thursday, April 2022. And I was just at Universal Studios Island of Adventure, planned this trip for a while and finally able to go. And I wanted to give you a recap, probably some advice of the day, and maybe this will help you, maybe not, who knows. But so yeah, Universal Orlando Resort, really excited. There's a lot to cover. So bought the ticket online through a third party and kind of regret it, kind of don't. But let's start from the beginning. So got an email, has a PDF for the park tickets, and the email from Undercover Tourist, I believe, says that you have to pick it up at the front or the kiosk or something. So we go in, we don't know what we're doing. First day we landed Orlando, we tried to get the date switched, but we can't at the front desk or a kiosk because they're unable to do it if it's online for that day. There's a lot of runaround. So warning, if you're booking it from online like Undercover Tourist, and you want to switch it, they say contact Universal Studios. Universal Studios says contact your third party. There's a runaround. You get to Universal Studios and they say nothing can be changed. So make sure that when you're ordering anything online, like especially through a third party like Undercover Tourist, make sure that it's final and you set it like definitively, because it's a hassle. Then we go to guest relations, which is before the park, because we had some questions about how to get our passes and this and that. And it was a horrible experience because they only got the confirmation number but didn't know what to do with it. So, and then they said that the express pass was supposed to be on a PDF, and they said that they had 8 years of experience. This particular person said that they had 8 years of experience, so they knew everything. But the ego got in the way. So we got there and we probably spent like an hour and a half just talking to her, trying to figure things out, calling Undercover, trying to message them. But then we're like, all right, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's go to the front desk. And the front desk person was able to help us with everything. We got individual passes for each park, like 1 day passes each, when we should have just gotten the multi-day, like 2 day or 3 day passes, because this way you can park hop and use the Hogwarts Express to go between parks. So we weren't able to do that, but it appears like a really good option. It's probably cheaper. So this is what the Express Lane does, and I want to give you a heads up about it. So it looks like this. You get an Orlando Resort. It's specifically only for the date listed. So this is the Express Pass Unlimited, which is, I believe, $140, or it's more expensive than the one that lets you only do one attraction a day, and then that's it. This lets you go in as many times as you want, and Island of Adventure is huge. So we went on a Thursday, and it was open, I believe, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So like 12 hours. Lucky the park didn't close early for a high school bash or anything. So where do I even begin? Because there was so much to cover. I think that Express Pass Unlimited is worth it if you have the time to go to every ride that you like more than once. But I feel like we only had time to really use it once per attraction. So maybe it was probably better or cheaper if you're doing it, because there's so much to do. To get the pass to let you go on each ride once might be more economical, because for multiple people it really adds up. Our total ticket for like Universal Studios for 2 days with 2 express passes, like for 4 people, is like $2,400, give or take. Pretty expensive, like $1,200 a day. So this lets you ride every ride, and with exceptions, which we didn't find out till later. The exceptions being the new Velociraptor roller coaster, which was absolutely phenomenal, and the Hogwarts motorbike, the one with Hagrid and he's going through his hippogriff. Like, if I'm saying anything wrong, I'm so sorry. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. So, and then you can't ride the pterodactyl one, which we couldn't anyway because you need to have a kid with you, like under a certain height. So this is good. But disclaimer, you cannot use it on the 2 most popular ones, the Velociraptor and Hagrid's. The Velociraptor coaster probably being one of my favorite coasters ever. My advice, wait the extra 10 minutes to sit in the front seat, because the experience of that was night and day. We went twice. We waited like an hour for the first time to do it. We didn't sit in the front seat, and then we waited an hour again later in the day, because we're like, you know what, we have a time, let's one shot it. We sat in the front seat. It's like eye-opening experience, and it's like by far my personal favorite. You go upside down, it's crazy. I highly recommend it. The other thing about it is that if the line says 45 minutes in Universal Studios, it's realistically more like an hour wait. So like Hagrid's was 75 minutes, but realistically it took us 90 minutes to do. We ran to that first, and then for the Velociraptor it said 45 minutes, but realistically it took us an hour. And then we fast passed everything else, which basically had either no wait or up to a 10 to 15 minute wait. So definitely like we wouldn't be able to do everything we could do that day without this. So that covers my belief that fast pass would be phenomenal if you could ride the two, because you're there for 12 hours. If it takes you 3-4 hours to get the rides you want, then you have like 8 hours left, or 7 hours left. But this definitely helped us be able to take literally almost every attraction we could possibly think of and want that day, and it's well worth the expense if you can spare it. It's not cheap by any means, but I highly recommend getting Express Pass if you can. So that ends that one. For shopping, they had a special that day where it said that you can get this gift card if you load $300 or more into it. Then you get a free wand up to $55 value. And then you have to have the gift card plus the receipt with it. And we have the gift card plus the receipt with it. You turn it in at the trading post, which is basically at the beginning of the park. And then they hole punch this in the receipt, and they get you, which is actually phenomenal quality. This lovely, there were 4 options at the time: Slughorn, Death Eater. So this is the Wizarding World Harry Potter wand I picked. It gives you like this little tab, which I'm not going to lose because I like collecting everything. Fragile, it's a collectible, it's not a toy. So it's wooden, it definitely feels really quality. I got this one because it's wood, it has nice gold accents, and it's a Death Eater. I think this is metal actually, so very cool. So Death Eater wand, definitely worth it. They have an interactive one there. But I feel like the tip of the interactive one is too fat and doesn't look like an authentic one, and I would be sad if I can't use it outside of the theme park. So this was definitely either you can rack up money really quick at Universal. So I definitely recommend, if you're there for especially a day or two, to pay the $300 gift card, especially with a large party, because you're more than likely going to spend at least $300 there. Like between that, this Minions thing that was exclusive to the park, it's a Universal Studio exclusive. You can only buy it at the park. It's like a Minion origami. It was $25. But by no means is any of this cheap, but really cool and exclusive to only Universal Studios park. So Universal. And I got my brother Phil this Jurassic Park Mr. DNA tumbler thing, which the first one I picked up, heads up, didn't have this cap because people either break them, take them off, or whatever it is. So be careful. This is really, it feels like a chip. It's extremely fragile. I feel like I can break this in 2 seconds just by breathing on it. It's but so make sure that this works. This is extremely fragile. It's a tumbler, but it's really cool. It's Mr. DNA, and it was $25 metal one. So I hope my brother Phil enjoys this. I bought only one just for him. And then that basically concludes that one. Let's get on to more interesting things. Oh, and we were collecting, sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. Coins. So throughout the park, you can get these coin press machines. It's $1 each per coin. They supply the penny for you. You can pay by card. Or sometimes it's 8 coins for $5. So this book was $8, bought this at the park. And then we went throughout the whole day just collecting these coins. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 by 6, so 12, 30, 6, 48. So there's 48 slots. We have some Popeye ones, which was really cool. We have a few Betty Boop ones. Boop, 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 beep, doop. So anyway, Jurassic Park, which was an 8 set. Popeye. A lot of Spider-Man ones because they have Spider-Man right there. Some exclusive ones from there. And here we have Disney princesses. Why? Because whatchamacallit? We couldn't find a coin holder at Disney. So we bought a bunch of pennies, and we have like some pennies at home. So it's really cool, and it's a really cool collection just to organize it so it doesn't, we don't lose them. I have a red panda Bronx Zoo one at home. I can't wait to put it. So there's 4 slots left. Tomorrow I'm going to Universal Studios. I'm going to fill it up with Minion and Simpsons ones, and then I'm going to stop collecting them because this book only has 48 slots and it gets addictive. And then it comes with the Universal press pin. So this is really, really, really cool, and I think it's mandatory if you're going around the park. You love penny collections, so it's like a good memento because it's basically a recap of our experience at Universal Studios. So now, let's move this stuff aside and let's talk about the experience of actually going to the park. So download the app. It's really useful because it tells you the wait time. Definitely download the Universal. I think it's like a My Universal Orlando app. Go to the map and then it'll tell you the wait times of it. So this is the Island of Adventures map. They have like a Velocicoaster. My personal favorite. It was like eye-opening. I went on it and then it changed my life because I realized I'm working too much and yeah, I need to enjoy my vacation. So, and then the other side is this is the one we're going to tomorrow, which is the Universal Studios Orlando, Universal Studios Florida. And then this is the Islands of Adventure, which was the bigger one, which was the one that I was super eager to go. So some stuff here. This doesn't tell you all the shops, but the digital one on the app does. So this is the entrance to the park. If you buy any tickets and stuff, go straight to the entrance. Don't go to guest relations before that, anything. If you have it, go straight to the entrance. Then you have the front of entry. And then what we did was we ran straight from here to Hogwarts to Hagrid, which was a 75-minute wait, which ended up being an hour for the motorcade. But it was really, really amazing. And if we had the opportunity to go on it twice, we totally would. But then at night, after we did everything, we had a choice between this or waiting on Velociraptor for 45 minutes, and we chose the Velociraptor at 40 minutes because it was quicker. Definitely worth the experience. My personal favorite. So the park's pretty condensed. We did the path like here, then we went here, then we went all around. The Jurassic Park ride was down for a bit. We checked the timer. It was back up. So we went back here. Then we went here. We got wet. So there's a lot of water parks there. Ponchos don't really help. If you're in like the ride, I think the Dudley Falls, it's called. It could be wrong. But anyway, we definitely got super, super wet. And then we went on the other coasters to dry off. So these 2 rides, Express Pass won't help you. But being able to skip the wait line like 45 minutes here, skipping an hour here, skipping an hour here, skipping 35 minutes here, 35 minutes here, 45 minutes for Dr. Seuss Landing, actually an hour for Dr. Seuss Landing, was really, really helpful. And we basically used money to buy time because time is a finite resource or asset or whatever you want to label it. But yeah, bring your swimsuits. I was super wet after I did the Toon Lagoon. Some of the water stuff there soaked. My shirt was like glued onto myself, and then walked around, dried off, and then wet socks and shoes. So probably good to think about that. Now, in terms of merchandise, it's so cool. So the Trading Post has a lot of merchandise like general, but this place definitely had a lot of Harry Potter stuff that I ended up buying a lot of. So like, for example, I bought this shirt that was, I love Slytherin, and I love the saying ambition, cunning, and pride because I felt like it represented me the most of any house because I definitely have a lot of ambition, I hope. Cunning, pride, I'm definitely a very prideful person. And I bought, let me not break the tag, this banner for Slytherin, which is really cool. I think it's paper, or I think it's like cardboard or something in here. And it was $27. So this banner was $27. The shirt was $35 plus tax. It was like $66. So money racks up really, really quick. Now, carrying all this stuff around the park when you have to go to a lot of rides is a pain because you have to use lockers. Or like, for example, Jurassic Park, you have to go through metal detectors to be able to use it. Same thing with the Incredible Hulk roller coaster, because so this doesn't fit in the standard lockers. So when we were in Jurassic Park, fortunately the park guy, really nice, let me just put it across, but it's really a hassle to go around and put these items in lockers, then go to the ride, then pick it up back from the locker. It's really a pain. But the good thing is that if you're renting a locker for the ride, I think it's free for the wait time of the ride. So yeah, you can. But yeah, carrying all this stuff around the park and like being paranoid, having to put multiple bags. One of the guys gave me tape so I could tape the bag on like the water ride so that this stuff wouldn't be wet. Was really kind of annoying, but also a moment of pride because I love this. I'm gonna hang this. It's going for like double the price on eBay, but I'm not going to sell it on eBay. I'm gonna keep it for my own memento, and it also says Universal Studios. So yeah, that's my other tidbit, which is if you go to Universal Studios, carry light, don't carry a lot. Certain rides require lockers. It's definitely not pleasant to go on roller coasters or rides with a lot of merchandise and stuff, and the parking lot is very far. So when I was in Disney Hollywood Studio and I bought these giant lightsabers that were like 20-pound boxes, we ran across the Star Wars back to the main gate, to our car, dumped it off, came back in. It took us about an hour. I can't imagine it doing so in Universal Studios, because not only do you have to go out, then you have to go to City Walk, then you have to go to your car. It's definitely a much more massive park. It's more adult oriented. There's a lot more things to buy. Things are overall, you have an opportunity to spend a lot more money. There are more thrills and rides, and it's more oriented to an adult thrill-seeking audience. So yeah, I love buying the stuff. Some of the stuff could only be bought at certain stores, but carrying it around the park definitely isn't fun. I'm going to Universal Studio again tomorrow, but the studio, not the Island of Adventure. Definitely going to carry a lot less, if not much less, and then going around and seeing anything I buy. Maybe if I could hold off or figure something out where I buy less, and I still have like $86 on my gift card to burn through. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Let's see, just to recap. I loved, in terms of shows, I loved the show with the live actor, which was the Poseidon's Fury, which was here. I definitely think that you should experience that. I definitely believe that you should experience the Hagrid's ride. I definitely believe the Velocicoaster merits a front seat ride, even if you have to wait longer, because it's a very unique experience. If I could do that multiple times, I would. Dr. Seuss Landing is more for kids. Hulk Smash is really cool. You can express past that, and the other stuff. And then the gift shop stuff is really cool because you have a lot of exclusive stuff. At nights, if you're around here, this bridge, they don't really let you stay, but there's a nighttime show for, like, a light show and music for Hogwarts on the castle, which starts, I think today it started at 8:40 p.m., but then played again at 9. So, and then park closes at 9, but then shops stay open slightly later so people can buy stuff. But yeah, let me know if in the comments you have any questions. Always happy to help. Maybe I can make another video or answer questions for you. And then I hope to talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching my video. Take care.